All right, as Martin said, I am the director of the Advanced Technology Group, and I'm going to get to show you our little baby here, Xbox 360. And I just want to show you something, so it's usually kind of something people want to know about. It's like, I'm going to show the whole demo using a wireless gamepad. In fact, I'll come down there and join you guys, and we'll go through this demo together. Let me show you how, if you were to go over to a friend's house, just to prove that this is all real, and you wanted to bind your controller to the Xbox 360, how that experience works is you click the little bind button here on the back, you'll see the two circles circling right there, and you'll notice on the console and on the ring of light around my Xbox guide button, they both are lit up in the upper left quadrant. It means I'm the first player. Now what you'll see here on the screen, here in just a second when we switch over, this is called the Xbox dashboard, and I'm going to come down here as promised, show this off to you guys. So again, using all the wireless gamepad, this is what you would see if you booted up the box without a disc in it, or if you were to play a game, you could shut down and come to the dashboard as well. Now, if you're an Xbox Live subscriber on Xbox 360, this is your home page. Now, let me just walk you through this, so those of you that may not be acquainted with Xbox 360, I can give you just some basis for what's in the Xbox dashboard. In the upper left, what you'll see is what's called My Gamer Card. So I'm Bear on Xbox Live. My gamer tag is Bear. And what you'll see all throughout the experience is you'll see my gamer tag show up over and over and over again. Now, underneath Bear, there's a little picture there that you'll see it's the Xbox 360 branding. The Xbox 360 branding, that's what's called a gamer picture. Let me just show you. One of the reasons that we called the console Xbox 360, and the primary reason we called it Xbox 360, is because we want to put the gamers at the center of their gaming experience. Part of that is allowing them to customize their experience in lots of different ways. So in this particular case, just a simple example of that is the ability to go pick different pictures that are associated with my gamer tag that I can use both offline and online. So I'm going to pick something a little more bear-like, in this case a panda bear. So when I go online, this is what my friends and other people on the service will see. Now the other part of the gamer, and you can see it showing up here in the dashboard as well, the other part of the gamer card, when you're connected to the Xbox Live service, different members of the Xbox Live service can feed reputation. So how well I'm liked or how well I'm respected as a gamer on the service. There's also a thing that's called the gamer score, which is the second piece here. And the gamer score is fed by the games. Every game I play on Xbox 360 has this notion called achievements. And the achievements, as you unlock them, you get points. Each game gives out 1,000 points. So I can see in a glance basically how many games someone's played and how deeply they played them. And I can accumulate achievements and look at people's achievements both on the box and on the web. And then the last point here is what we call the gamer zone. And the gamer zone is self-selected. It basically says what kind of gamer I am. Whether I'm a hardcore gamer or whether I'm not really, I'm just kind of a casual gamer. Now also on the Xbox Live Blade is instant access to my message center. So it's an inbox for text, audio, video messages. It's also a place for me to connect to my friends instantly. And it's also a place for me to connect with the marketplace, which is downloads not only for games, but also for the system itself. There could be new gamer pictures, new themes for the console. Each one of these pages I'm going to show you can be themed. And I'll show that when we show off the picture functionality here in just a second. This is a little promotional area right here that might show off new downloads or things to check out in the marketplace. And then there's a message right here. It might talk about a really fun event on the Xbox Live service. So that's the Xbox Live Blade or page. Now, if I'm not an Xbox Live subscriber or member, this would be my home page, the games page. Again, you see my gamer card. That's available offline and online. You also see my achievements, save games, just like the original Xbox. Built into every console is the Xbox Live Arcade. So we have a full games on demand center right here built into the console, just like what you're used to with Xbox Live Arcade today. Fully interactive demos and trailers are all accessible directly from the console. I'm going to spend a lot of time on this blade. This is the music blade, or the media blade, excuse me, where we'll show some music, pictures, and video here in just a minute. Before I do that, I want to talk about one thing. So I have two little girls, one's 5 and one's 2. And one of the great things that we've added into Xbox 360 is the ability to create family-safe scenarios. What that means for me as a parent is I can decide what level of content I feel comfortable my kids watching or playing, and for Xbox Live, I can actually have them have an Xbox Live experience but control who's on their friends list, if they can talk when they're on their friends list, whether they can share information with other people online, or whether their presence can actually be seen online. And all of that is set from right here. And then there's other configurations here for home networks, for managing memory and that sort of stuff. So let's get to the fun stuff. So, as I talked about earlier, one of the things we really thought about with Xbox 360 was how do we amplify the game experience and make it amazing? And I think we've done a fantastic job with that. And later we'll show you one of the upcoming titles that I think shows that really well. But we also thought a lot about how can we amplify the digital entertainment experience? How can we really make that something that's just unique and powerful? Well, let me talk about that a little bit. What you've got here is our music player, and music can come from all kinds of different places. It could come from a CD that you can rip to your hard drive, like you're used to with the original Xbox today. And we'll look up the title, track, artist information. It could also come from a disc that you rip that you put MP3s or WMAs on. And in this case, I actually happen to have one. So what it's done is it's gone out and looked on the disc and all the different folders that I have on the disc, enumerated all the content, and put it right there into a custom playlist for me immediately. So that's pretty cool. So I have some MP3s and I have some WMAs, and they're coming off of a CDR. Could be all kinds of different media. It could be a DVD-R, DVD plus R, DVD minus R. It could be any kind of media you can imagine. Puts me into the music player. I can choose different songs, just like what you would expect. If I want to use Xbox 360 in kind of a party mode, I can just sort of let it play. Now, when the music's playing, I can bring up these full-screen interactive visualizers designed exclusively for Xbox 360 by Jeff Minter, who many of you may know as the creator of Tempest. I can switch between the different visualizers using my shoulder buttons. And they're fully interactive. They feed off the music, they feed off the controller. If I gave some of you guys controllers, you could control it as well at the same time. With the Xbox 360 camera, you can actually move around and interact with the camera, and it'll feed into it as well. Now, one of the things I really haven't talked about yet is this notion of the Xbox Guide. Now, the Xbox Guide is this ever-present piece of user interface. You can always get to it, no matter what you're doing. So in this case, I'm just chilling to some music and my visualizer. And if I want, I can change the volume level here with the little mini music player. Or I can choose a different location where the music comes from. So I just happen to have a little device here. You might be familiar with this. Maybe. Just happen to have it. Let me show you what happens here. So I'm going to plug it into one of the two USB ports here on the front of the console. Now notice what just happened. My iPod just popped up there. And I can look at the playlist. I created one just for this show. Now, over the last couple of days, I've been introduced to some German music, so I thought, well, you know, hey, we're in Leipzig. Let's do it. So now we're streaming music off the iPod instead of the CD. You may be familiar with this particular song. So then I get rid of the guide. Could be in a game this too. That's pretty cool. Now I'm streaming music off my iPod. Could be off my PC. Now, not only do we support music, we also support photos. The photos could come from all kinds of different locations too. They could come from your digital camera. It could come from another digital device. Well, I just happen to have one of those too. Slightly bigger than my iPod. You think it'll work? It's my daughter, Autumn. She loves Xbox 360. FIFA, some pictures off of my PSP. Strangely, this is how you get Xbox 360 on your PSP. Little Gears of War. Dead or Alive. And I can interact with these pictures too. I can rotate them. All while we're listening to DJ Tom Egg. Jam out. Here's Oblivion, cave scene from Oblivion. These are all in-game shots. Amazing games coming from Xbox 360. More Oblivion, more Oblivion. This is an in-game screenshot from Project Gotham Racing 3 from a New York track. A real in-game shot. My other daughter. I have to throw it in. And VOA 4 for you guys. So I want you to think about that for a second. Microsoft, Apple, Sony. It's kind of an interesting product. Of course, I could get access to videos that I download from the marketplace. I could get this stuff from my PC, as I mentioned. Or for the ultimate digital entertainment experience, I could connect to my Windows Media Center. So what I've done here and built into every Xbox 360 is an extender for the Media Center experience. So what is this that you're seeing right now? You're seeing the Xbox 360 talking to my Media Center. And I have full access to the user interface either through my wireless gamepad or through my remote control. And I have access to exactly what you'd have if you were on your Media Center. So this is awesome because now I can put all my content in one area, and from anywhere in my house I can get access to it, either wired or wireless. So let me just show you kind of how the videos work. Just happen to have a video here of Oblivion. So we'll launch that up and show you some of the controls. So again, just streaming across the network from my Media Center to Xbox 360. And I can pause it, unpause it, I can back out, it plays in a little window down here, just like Media Center. Access to my pictures, to my music, to radio, all of the stuff that Media Center has. I also have access to high definition television. I just happen to have recorded a few shows here. And I was watching Star Wars a little bit earlier. Let's bring that up and see what that looks like. Now, the interesting thing, I want you to remember something I told you. Every single experience, you have this always present user interface. Everything you do on Xbox 360. So I could connect and I could have a chat with someone online. I could send and receive messages. Or, if I'm really lazy, I could turn off the console. And that is Xbox 360. Thank you.